Hello and welcome back to my channel, where starting today we're going to do things a little bit differently. So normally I play the 10-minute rapid game. I comment on my gameplay, I talk to you a little bit, and I, for the most part, pretty much suck and try to think about what I'm saying to you more than my gameplay, do a terrible job, and then therefore sit in awkward silence, and you watch about the first minute and a half and you leave. So we're gonna change things up. From here on, I want to try recapping, if you will, the best game that I've played for that day, or if I, hopefully I record every day, or for the the 2 days it's been since I've recorded, or what have you. Then after this, we'll see how it goes. I'm heavily considering doing Blitz 3-2. I mean, most people know what that means, but 3-minute game with 2-second increment. Instead of the longer game, it will be less accurate gameplay, but it's maybe better for content. And I like playing Blitz. I don't play a lot on the computer, but maybe it'll be a good opportunity for me to get better on the computer, laptop, mouse format. I usually play on my phone. Quite honestly, I think I'm quite a bit better, but I'm much faster over my phone, which seems counterintuitive, I'm sure, but I've just played, I don't know, like 12,000 more games over my phone than I have over the computer. Actually, it's probably quite a bit more than that even yet. So, yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead, and I do have the game pulled up here. So, good game overall. I was really happy with it. We're not doing the game review. So this game started off a little bit offbeat. He comes knight c6 on the first move. A lot of times people will do that to kind of get you in a, out of your comfort zone, and then just do e5 anyways. Well, no, he doesn't do that. He does the Nimzovich defense declined, Williams variation. Okay, yeah, so that's the name of this. I missed that before. So it's a very common thing. I'm not going to pretend to be able to comment about this in an educated fashion, but maybe something where he's fianchettoing here, getting both bishops out. But anyways, so the interesting I found about this position is I came here, d4, he strikes in the center. Now it's a Scotch game, that's why I missed the other one. And then I come here, and then now it's a Ponziani. I could not explain to you. It would be interesting. I would like for somebody to explain to me someday, maybe, how exactly, like, is there like because I feel like the method of determining like what opening a game is called is kind of random. Is there a solid system to it? Like black plays c6, and it's the Caro-Kann, like without failure, I'm pretty sure. Of course it can transpose, but maybe the transposition would be too late into the lines for it to be called anything other than Caro-Kann. I don't know. But anyways, this was called Ponziani, and I thought that was pretty hilarious, and because I always play the Ponziani, and I didn't even know I played it this time. But I was informed that I have played the Ponziani like 1,200 times, I think it said, and my win rate is 57%, something like that. So not too great, but better than average, or better than half the time. So so we go on from here. He takes, I take, he develops a knight, I push, which is a bit of an inaccuracy, it says, but he comes here, I protect the pawn, protect the pawn again while developing. We castle, and then so he latches out here with h5, and this is kind of this is how we're gonna play. So I decided to just to protect further infiltration. I had a few ideas, but none of them were I think they were like kind of too risky, too weakening of my position. He goes here, and I immediately go here because I'm like, I don't want him to have a kingside attack. So let's go ahead and limit down the kingside a little bit. He does this, I just take. Now he can't kingside castle, so I kind of doubt that was a good plan for him, but then I go here, of course, why not? And he goes here, checks me, because in chess, checking your opponent is always a immediate way of winning the game, no matter if it does any good or not. Obviously being sarcastic. I don't have enough energy to be that sarcastic. But anyways, I move, and he comes here. Now I miss a really, really good move, the fork, which he cannot defend. Wait, yeah, he can. No, wait, the pawn's there. Yeah. Somebody's tired. But anyways, so that just wins a piece. I don't see it. Was my first game of the day, timed game, at least rapid. I might have played like Blitz this morning. I missed that. I come back, and then he goes here. And I was like, okay, well, I could take here, but I also can just take here because he hung his bishop. And if he takes my bishop after that, my knight takes, so I'm up a piece. So I did see this, and I took the free bishop. And he goes here, and honestly, I think this was kind of like a... this is kind of a desperation thing. Sorry, I'm maybe getting a little bit under the weather. Hopefully not. If I take here, and he takes... I am fairly certain that that's a repetition. Yeah, that's a repetition. And he had just lost a piece, so I'm sure he wouldn't want to do that. So I go here, I go here. Getting the queen basically in a defensive position and threatening his bishop. So he goes, no. He goes back. I take, okay, so this is a situation where I thought this was a good opportunity to weaken his king and weaken his structure and his position. I am not sure if it was the best move. I know it wasn't considered anything bad, but so he pushes. I take with the pawn, and now he's been weakened, and at this point his king's in the middle of the board. Castling over here is maybe a little bit shifty, and he can't castle here, and there's an open lane on the e-file, partially open lane. So I come back, he doesn't take. I am willing to make this trade. He takes, and I go here with the defensive position with my queen. I believe he goes back, and then from here I like to go bishop to e3, which I do remember is the best move. Basically just connecting the rooks, adding more defense. He went here, and I thought that it was definitely all right to go g3 and just use this as an umbrella pawn. But I just, obviously not calculating ahead, just going off of feel, I thought, you know, that pawn in the absolute like worst case scenario situation could be used to you know, create an attack or some kind of like he anchors a rook to it or something, maybe try and promote. So I elected to clog this diagonal, knowing that he would probably take, which he does, and then I took back, which I believe it was considered a mistake. But my idea is that after he, okay, so let's say he does take with a knight, I can actually just take, and if he takes with queen, I take with rook, so obviously he loses that. But if he takes the bishop, then I just pin, and we're sitting pretty. So I didn't think anything was wrong with that. And then he takes here, and my whole time of thinking, like obviously I knew he could take there, was after I take this pawn, like I'm fine. I'm completely fine. Now here, this is the pride and joy of this video, this recap in this game. I played 3 really awesome moves here. I believe I played a series of really awesome moves here. So I am, of course, I'm kind of thinking like, hey, do I take the free knight here? Although, yeah, I lose my bishop, I once again can pin. But I decided that the prospect of him checking right here with the rook, actually, yeah, so that wouldn't be a free knight because I take, he checks. Granted, I think I could block with the bishop, but then he wins the bishop. Actually, I think I'd be completely fine there. You can look up if you want to. But I play what I verified as the best move, queen to c6. Now, this looks like it doesn't solve any of my defensive issues, but it is still good for one reason only, and that is going here, which was the best move, and then after he puts his pawn, going here, also the best move. For the first rapid game of the day, I was really proud I found this. The big deal here is that he cannot check me because my glorified pawn of a bishop is clogging this what do they call it? Yeah, the file, ranks and file. Yeah, the file. So after this, he tries to check me with a knight. I of course go here because my bishop is anchoring my rook, which is the other genius thing about this series of moves. And after this, I believe here he resigned. Played at 84.3% accuracy, and it was a game I was really proud of. So that's the game of the day. Maybe that'll be kind of the new thing. I got my feet wet. You know, we did road to 2,000. I'm still shooting for 2,000 and higher. But you know, we gotta have fun here, and maybe some things are not as fun as others. So with that being said, it'd be terrible if I wasn't recording. We are going to start another game. I probably should have had a different screen up there for that, but we'll just ignore that for now. Let's go 3-2 Blitz. If I get in a time scramble, I'm not going to be in good shape. Just saying. From past experience. Carl Khan, play what we know. You can see the way I move that I'm not that quick. All right, pretty normal position. Knight to e7. This is a good solid structure for him. I could potentially go queen to a5. Well, that's interesting. Okay, queen to a5 I don't think works anymore, so we're gonna go here. There's ideas of taking this, although I think that's kind of a trap. However, it could re-allow queen a5. We have an 1165. I am 1226. So a little bit of a advantage, thankfully. And now we go for this, which is a fork, so that's nice. And we don't get... Okay, so I believe I should take this pawn first. Make sure there's no discovered checks. And then this pawn, likely. Of course, if he moves the bishop, both are guarded. But if he moves the bishop, this is no longer guarded. Knight to d4 is an idea right now. So we'll go ahead and take the other pawn. Two pawns up. I think it's actually fine to castle here, but I don't love it. Queenside castle can't be good. Okay. We'll play defense. This is a liability, of course. I can't defend, so I got a castle before I can defend the B pawn with my rook, of course. Here I am on the of course train again. Should going here, chucking the pawn, and then getting this pawn work? Or should I do this? I think I'm going to go for this instead. Open up the e-file. Okay. Now we're going to defend the B pawn with the rook. I wasn't even really thinking about time, to be honest, so probably a good time to start doing that. I like this move. Queen is nice and centralized. We have attacking chances. Okay, he does guard against that. What about... What about just getting my knight on a really good outpost here on c4? I'm in a bit of time trouble. Okay. Just improve. I don't see a reason not to take this. I might even just attack and have ideas. Wait, before I do that, should I just take the free pawn? Oh no, that no wait, that doesn't work. Okay, yeah, we got to move. Unfortunately, at this point, I think we've gotten ourselves into dangerous territory. Okay, so I'm what, 3 pawns up? Okay, time to go to work. So that, of course, is going to be a complete trade down. Or I get the open file, which is fine with me. We're going to close the file. And we're just going to keep jumping around until I find something I can do with this knight. Ah, he messed up there. And he messed up again. Yeah, there's no stopping this. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. This was pretty fun. Now, I've not won the game yet, mind you. I've played this entire game with less than 20 seconds, it seems like. I just got to get some room to breathe here. Let's cover my back rank. Let's jump the knight around. Let's get us a little forky poo. Guard some of my pawns. I quite like this, actually. I like doing this time control. That way I can push my D pawn. Oh, love it. Now the king marches. Okay. We've got a ton of time. Guarding all the pawns now. Easy. Ton of time. Guarding this. All right. We do like this. The Naroditskis of the world could certainly pre-move this. Probably. Certainly, probably. Ah, this is, wait, can he move? Can he move? I gotta make sure he can move. Oh no. Mate incoming. Awesome game, actually. Pretty happy with that for playing on a... So let me know in the comments, was that more fun to watch? I'm thinking it was more fun to play, And to explain, wow, 92 moves. Crazy. Most of this game was played in under under 20 seconds. Wow, and I just got done telling you if I get in a time scramble, I'm screwed. Let's do the game review. I will switch the screen over. Here we are. 82.5%, I'll take it. No blunders. For me, only inaccuracies, which I'm pretty glad to see that. Yeah, very solid game. Very happy with that. Well, let me know once again if this is like funner to watch. If you'd rather me put out this content for the people who are watching. And once again, thank you if you're watching. Because I appreciate it, because I love playing chess and I love showing other people. Simple as that. Thanks a lot, and have a good night.